Welcome back to Major Talk Weekends. What's up?
What's happening?
All right, all right, all right.
So today we talking about everything that's been going on with the protesting. Has the protesting gotten out of hand? The Black Lives Matter people been turning up. I mean,
I wouldn't necessarily say it was the Black Lives Matter people. I think it's just the communities, period, tired,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I think that the people tired. At the end of the day, like it's just getting out of hand, and that's pretty much up to the government. That's how I feel.
I feel like it has gotten out of hand to a certain extent, but it's kind of what we needed to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little noise that needed to be made, but at the same time, it is getting to be hectic. Like, it's getting crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely, you know, like I done seen a lot of stuff on the news and different little stuff like that, but I never, I didn't get to go out, of course, but it's just, it's understandable to me. Like, I understand why people frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and then what makes me a little bit, like everybody try to switch it around when they say Black Lives Matter. It's talking about in general. It's not, in general, like these are the people that's getting really shot down by the police. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So some people are like, oh,
All lives matter.
yeah, and it,
Like,
it,
it's not
it
about
do
you
matter
right now.
at the end of the day, but it ain't. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
protesting or whatever is not about that right now. So I just feel like when people do that and then they change it into something else, making it about one community, like that's not what it's about. At the end of the day, like we've been going through this for over years. You know what I'm saying? So for it to be spoken on or anything, and then for somebody to come and take it and try to make it their own
Right.
community,
Mm-hmm.
lives matter, and all types of drug dealers lives matter, and everybody just taking it too far. You know what I'm saying?
No. I ain't seen that, Lord. No.
Oh, yeah. I'm just
I don't
saying,
wanna
you
see
know
it.
what I'm saying? It's
But,
just an example
yeah, but,
of
yeah.
what, it can be all lives matter. Like
Yeah.
but it can't. If you say that, that means all lives are equal.
Mm-hmm.
And
they
it's
haven't
not.
been.
So when we say Black Lives Matter, that's what it means. Like, it means I don't care if you bisexual, gay, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, your skin is black, then you fit in that community. Period. We're talking about people. Period. So they were saying that it's a lot of, I don't even know how to pronounce whatever it is, but a lot of stuff happens in different, communities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they say whatever. But like I said, I don't know.
It's kind of like, to make it plain and simple, it's kind of like, okay, you got your kids out at a park. One of your kids fall and need a Band-Aid, but both of them want a Band-Aid. You got one Band-Aid left. What you gonna do? Give it to the kid that don't need it? Let's focus on this one that needs it. Black lives. We really do, because we haven't been mattering
Right.
for all so long, way too long.
Right.
So now is the time. Put yourself aside. I mean, that's just to make it simple.
Right.
If this kid bleeding, get this kid the Band-Aid.
Right.
We bleeding out.
Yeah. And then I think also, on another note, like our communities needs to change. Like it ain't only, what I'm saying, police after police. It's black on black crimes. Like all that need to stop too. Like it's a lot of things that needs change, but mainly the law. You can't put somebody in the law and then expect, you know, not to be charged the way, you know,
unfit leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't put them in that, give them that power, and then when it comes to them killing somebody, they needs to be charged, and you know, it's exactly how you would charge a black man off the street. I ain't never seen when the one case came up when they killed the man, that black man. When that case came up, I ain't never seen a black person kill somebody and walk away and go home. You know, no, you're going straight to the county. You know what I'm saying? So it's different treatment for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it needs to stop. That's how I feel at the end of the day. But hey,
for real,
like it got to change. The law has to change, and then people has to get out there and vote. You have to go. You have to go vote and make a difference in your community.
So our question is: do you feel that the protesting is leading towards success? Why or why not? I feel like it isn't, and it won't, because the hate is so deep rooted that I don't think it will ever change. I mean, people can put on the front, put on the act. I don't really feel that it's gonna get us nowhere, but I'm glad we are making it known that we not taking it. But I don't think that it's gonna get through. I don't think it's gonna.
Well, I think so. Eventually, I mean, it took what? How many years?
Not with the president we got.
He ain't gonna be in there forever. That's what I'm saying. He not gonna be in there forever.
I mean,
that's the point of getting out and vote and make a change. Like, and communities need to come together. We used to have like black block parties and things of that nature. Just bring stuff back to the community, the black people's community. I mean, it's drama everywhere. Everybody has drama. Everything happens, you know, everywhere. So it's worldwide. But the thing about it is how are we taking care of it in our community? And it can't just be one little person think that they're going to change this community. It has to be everybody putting their hands in. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff going on everywhere. And that's going to continue to happen.
I'm just being honest about it, though. Like, I just don't think that they are ever going to accept us. Like, I just don't.
Well, my grandma told me that she said she ain't never seen a black president in her life, and she said I probably won't either. So I mean, I not seen it. So you know what I'm saying, I would never down it just off of that, because things can happen, things can change. You know what I'm saying, things can get better, things can get worse. Right now, I feel like the devil is in full attack. You know what I'm saying? So I just continue to pray for everybody at the end of the day, especially, you know, black communities, because it's a lot of guys and girls and kids and everything just dropping for no reason. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And the law has to change with the police. They need to be charged the same way. That's the bottom line. They need to get charged the same way that everybody else get charged. And y'all have evidence that they do wrong. But, you know what's funny though? Because when, back in the day, they used to say, when you used to be like, if, you know, you can't breathe or something, like, it could be something going on, like, or something, and you be like, I can't breathe. And they was like, well, you can breathe if you're still talking. That needs to change. You know what I'm saying? Because evidently not. And I thought something was wrong with that years ago. Like, if you feel like you can't breathe, if you telling somebody you can't breathe, then that needs to be changed. But that's people's logic. That's the way, I guess, the health, I don't know where they got it from, but I think that's where the health people was going at. Like, they need to go back and change that, because it's not working. Too many people have lost their lives for it.
Mostly black people.
Yes.
put that out there. For real.
Yeah, because I done seen the one guy, like I said in our previous show, he was downtown in our hometown. And, you know, he ran off from the police. He shot at them and got in their car and took off. And they didn't shoot, not one time.
Mm-hmm.
And he just took off and was speeding down the street. And guess what? Two little young girls died.
Yep.
Just because they didn't take the actions that they should have.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a black man, they would have took all the proper, every little thing that they were taught to, you know, shoot that man. First thing they do. That's the first thought. He done stabbed his daddy. He done jumped in y'all car, took off, and then y'all still didn't do nothing. Made it all the way downtown to kill 2 other little kids. Like, come on now. It's so much going on in the world today. The police needs to be retrained. Because something is going on.
They need a lot more.
And they need to make sure
training.
that they're not prejudiced, because there are prejudiced people. If they got a prejudiced background, I don't think that you should be letting them in the law enforcement.
Right, at all. Mm-mm. Nope.
If they moms was like that, then most likely that's how they are. And you can't change that. I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's the way I think.
Yeah. Let's see what everybody had to say on our Facebook. So the question was, do you feel that the protesting is leading towards success? Why or why not? And we had somebody to say, we had more supporters than in the past. So, which protests are we attending? And then we got somebody else. Yes, we have more supporters of all race who have joined and are just tired of all this as well.
Yeah.
And then we had someone else says, we hope for the best and pray that we'll all be fine.
Yeah. That's the bigger thing. God has the last say so. So, you know.
I mean, and it could take a whole turn. I mean, it could.
Yeah.
I mean, never say never.
Right. We're going to pray on it. Because it needs to change. Like, seriously.
Yes, indeed.
But it's so many guys that have lost their lives, you know, dealing with, you know, people that's supposed to be protecting the community, you know.
Yep.
It's sad.
Sure
When your
enough.
skin color, you know.
Make the difference.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yes.
So, our quote, you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. So y'all keep it up. Let's keep on getting our voices heard.
Yes.
Moving forward.
Yes. Thank all the supporters that comes out, and you know, even have you heard that song with what's his name, Lil Baby? He got a song.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, check it out because it's the truth, you know. All right, there it is. Sucess. Make sure y'all go to our Facebook page,
Instagram.
Yes, and Instagram.
Check us out on YouTube.
Yes, watch these videos. Make sure y'all hit the like button and what is it? Subscribe. Do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Help us out. We in here.